checked my phone and saw social media, and I saw things such as a black person getting punched at one of these protests. And having been to...
E o nosso vídeo de hoje é para abordarmos sobre a questão que abalou a comunidade Palop, sobre os protestos vindos dos ingleses e quais foram as razões pelas quais os ingleses decidiram ir contra imigrantes.
With the Muslims?
This is England. Don't take over England.
It's not a religious battle or racist battle, it's a government battle now.
Whoa!
Get the court turned over, that's what they need to do.
Huh? Where do I go? Get out of the car, send me your location.
Vimos vários vídeos em que na quais mesquitas estavam a ser atacadas, muçulmanos estavam a ser atacados.
Another fire, another night of chaos.
Anti-immigration rioters attack a hotel in Rotherham.
E também vimos vídeos de negros africanos a serem atacados. Vídeos que circularam na internet que colocaram muitos angolanos apreensivos. Muitos foram ditos para não saírem das suas casas. Áreas mais quentes como em Bradford, áreas mais quentes como em Manchester, Salford, Oldham, viram-se intimidados com os homens que nós chamamos a extrema direita do Reino Unido.
They've set it on fire and pushed it into the...
No nosso vídeo de hoje, nós vamos falar o que é que se passa aqui no Reino Unido, quais são as razões que motivaram, quais foram as razões que motivaram os ingleses a tomarem de assalto as ruas, partirem vidros, atacarem carros alheios, pessoas que não têm mesmo nada a ver. Será que o protesto foi justo ou injusto? A nossa questão é, será que já terminou ou haveremos mais problemas do gênero? De acordo com as informações que o programa Kasumuna obteve, diz-se numa guerra civil se o governo inglês não tomar medidas na questão dos barcos que vêm da França, intermédio do canal inglês de Calais para a Inglaterra. Os mesmos têm estado a serem colocados em hotéis muito caros e esses hotéis são pagos pelos impostos dos ingleses. Uma das maiores questões também é a islamofobia. Islamofobia que tem crescido bastante. Temos um homem que é conhecido, muito conhecido aqui no Reino Unido, chamado de Tommy Robinson, que tem atacado muito esta comunidade.
What it is, they're brainwashed, they don't know what's going on. They've got one leader called Tommy Robinson that they all go off.
While all these idiots have been rioting, they don't know Tommy Robinson has fled the country. So you're all out for the cause here and the leader isn't even in the country. He can't live in his own country that he loves so much.
So is violence the answer?
Violence isn't the answer, love's the answer.
Violence is not the answer.
Nós estamos aqui e conseguimos ver que essa comunidade é uma comunidade super pacífica. Não conseguimos notar nenhum problema. É uma comunidade que interage com a comunidade. Where's Mister? No, my brother. Love. Mas infelizmente os ingleses não gostam dos muçulmanos. Vamos explorar mais no nosso vídeo. Mano Kasumuna.
We are the crowd, we're coming out. Got my flash on, it's true. Got that picture of you, it's so magical. We be so fantastical. Gathering trees, back of the rocks, I'm not sure what it takes. But the school of us, sit down on the blind, ready for those flashing lights. Cause you know that baby I think it's fair, I'll fire you too. You let me about paparazzi, killers are a superstar, you know.
That was. It's got someone's wallet.
Earlier on, I nearly had something chucked over my face and I had to take him down myself, but they let him through from the other side of here. The other side who were protesting against what I'm going against. They did it and they tried to do it. I had to take him down, but I found out that it was alcohol afterwards. But at that moment in time, I hear a lot about acid attacks and it's pretty scary. And this is just two-tier policing, they're picking on us. They're protecting them but not protecting us. This is had enough.
I mean, you just said that You just said that something got thrown on you. Should these protests actually be happening in a city centre though? I mean, there's kids walking around,
No, they shouldn't be happening. The government should be looking at what's going on. This is just atrocious. The dangers are here. The people have had enough. You can't just keep forcing people on us. We're running out of jobs, running out of bloody money, and we're running out of time.
What would be your message to the government and the people?
You've got to sort this out now. Stop bloody giving money away to bloody foreign aid. Look at what's going on inside the country. You're doing us wrong and you keep blaming us as far right. We're not far right. Because if you're going to talk about the far right, then talk about the far left. Because the far left earlier tried to hurt me. End of story. Because he tried to chuck a bottle and I didn't know whether that was acid or alcohol. And I tell you what, it's one of the scariest moments of my life. And these lot let him through. And I'm sorry, but they know they let him through and there's footage out there that's going to prove it. They let him walk straight through from that side. I'm sorry, mate.
Do you guys feel safe being here so far? I mean, you're standing quite far away from where it's all happening.
Well, yeah. 3 girls were killed.
BB King, Elsie Stankham and Elise Aguirre.
However, 186,000 Palestinians have been killed. Most of them are children. Do you see us burning every synagogue that supports the Israeli regime?
Another fire, another night of chaos.
Anti-immigration rioters attack a hotel in Rotherham.
Do you see us holding innocent people responsible?
Crowds clashing with police outside a hotel where immigrants are being housed.
Yeah, you don't. We're coming in peace. And imagine our anger. Imagine how we feel every day in Chechnya, in Syria, Iraq, Palestine, Kashmir, Mali, Libya, everywhere. We see our children killed. We don't behave in a manner that you see these hooligans behaving in because they don't care for their girls. They're here for violence and they're here because they hate us. A black Christian man born in Wales killed them girls.
Axel Rudakabana is 17, British, born in Wales and of Rwandan heritage.
But who they're directing their anger at? They're directing it at Muslims only. Why? Because their agenda is anti-Islam, straight up.
This is our fucking country, not fucking theirs.
I'm here to save the kids. The children have been murdered. There's been a massacre on the street.
They got the targeting little white girls all over the country. Let's call a spade a fucking spade.
It's like Russian roulette at this point. Which one's going to be next? No one questioned why BLM were out. No one questions why Palestine are out. We're saving the kids. We're stopping the boats. We're closing the borders. Look how mad we've all gone. This is real women. This is lionesses. This is the lion roaring. I'm not racist and I don't give a fuck what you say.
Then who's trying to kill our kids?
Policies that politicians put in place, yeah?
Stop the boats! Stop the boats! Stop the boats! Stop the boats!
They're calling us far right. We're not far right, we're all fathers and parents of children. These immigrants are coming in without paperwork, we're lying about their ages, we don't know nothing about the backgrounds, and that's what it's about.
We don't want to be branded far right. You know, we're here for the right reasons. I want my kids to know I didn't stay silent. Leave our kids alone.
It's about children that have lost their lives in this city and we're passionate about that up here.
We're not racist. We've got Muslim friends. Our country has benefited from migration. However, it's just getting overwhelming. We're a very small island. It's become a security risk.
Religion means fuck all, lad. I'm not arsed. This is about people coming in. They could be Christians from Somalia or wherever, and the fucking wrong-uns. That's what it is. We're letting wrong-uns in. This is not religious. That's bollocks. Fucking bollocks. This is about the wrong-uns they're letting in. You can be a Christian, you can be whatever. You're coming in, you've got no intention of fucking helping the country. You're here to cause trouble. You're here to take and thieve and steal. You're here to stay for nothing. So, unfortunately, that's a no-no.
There's 50,000 people here on an MI6 list, isn't there? Start with them, get rid of them, get rid of the people who are killing kids, raping kids, get rid of them.
Stop the boats, kick them out. There's too many of you here. You don't respect our country, you don't respect our religion. All you think about is Aisha, because she was 9 years old. That's what you're all into. Paedophilia.
Listen, this is a message for George Soros, yeah? Britain will never fall. We don't care how many globalists, yeah? George Soros, yeah? You globalist scumbags, yeah? Import as many of them as you want, yeah? Guess what? Christ will prevail, yeah?
This world is so corrupt. Labour's supposed to love the North West, supposed to be for the working class. They've stabbed the real people who has got real concerns. They've stabbed a lot of us in the back. And we're supposed to stand here and let everybody call us right-wing and Nazis. I've got Asians in my family. I ain't racist one bit. What I am is scared of this government.
We've now got two-tier Kia coming on the news and having the audacity to call the general public far right.
I utterly condemn the far-right thuggery we've seen this weekend.
I've seen all this coming. No one wanted it. We've tried to warn about it, and I'm still going to try and warn about it. I don't want to fight anybody. We don't want wars with Muslims. I don't think it's a good idea attacking mosques at all. I'm not a conservative either. I'm not an anarchist. I want a decent party that cares about the people. That's all we want. Every person, doesn't matter where you're from.
Okay, so if Tories weren't the answer, Labour wasn't the answer, who is?
I'm not a politician and I'm thick as pig shit, but I can talk to people. I've never been to school. I can only write my own name.
O problema que está-se a viver na Inglaterra é que os ingleses estão a dizer que querem o seu país de volta e exigem o governo britânico para pararem com os barcos. Os barcos que estão a sair de Calais, França, para o Reino Unido, não há políticas que possam parar esse tipo de imigração. Nós ouvimos quando o Rishi Sunak estava no poder, na qual estava a tentar implementar a política de tentar pegar esses imigrantes que estão a entrar aqui nesse país ilegal, eles mandarem para o Ruanda. Política esta que não foi bem-vinda e bem recebida porque violava os direitos humanos, e a Inglaterra faz parte da comunidade internacional da Convenção de Geneva, que protege refugiados. No outro lado temos ingleses que dizem que imigrantes são bem-vindos, mas isso parece ser uma minoria porque a maioria está a ser escondida pela mídia convencional. Por que está a ser escondida pela mídia convencional? Qual é a verdadeira agenda e quais são os perigos? Elon Musk, o novo dono do Twitter, que agora é o X, o X, disse que a Inglaterra está prestes a entrar numa guerra civil.
We've got to try and do it peacefully, but this has to be the final straw where there's a clear message sent to those in charge that you either step up or you step aside now.
I was in Southport on Tuesday.
Police tried to keep apart a group of far-right protesters and a much larger anti-fascist counter-protest.
The media absolutely corrupt. They lied. There wasn't a single member of the EDL there. There weren't a member of the far right there. There was little girls, older women. There was older men. There was young men, middle-aged men, outraged at what the government's allowing to happen to us. What the government's allowing this cancer to do to us, this cancer that's grown within our nation. We need to stop it.
My children were abused by social services, and Merseyside police have covered it up. They've got a hidden grooming gang that won't be released to the public. Defund the BBC. The media are the lies. The media is the virus.
Much like at protests in the United States, a line of riot police who sustained minor injuries throughout the course of the day had formed a sort of demilitarized zone between nationalist stop-the-boats protesters and an equally sized counter-protest of mostly left-leaning Liverpool locals who showed up in person to confront a mob of who they believed to be far-right racist protesters.
They're all inbred. Yeah. They need a dentist. They're not interested in like children that were killed in Southport. They just want to cause a fight. We're a multicultural city, a city of sanctuary, and I hope they get lost.
What do you think the solution is? Throw them all into the sea. That's what the chant says.
Solution is, well, to get rid of capitalism and have a social society, and then these people would be catered for, not blaming it on fucking immigrants and refugees and what have you. They've obviously got issues because they've been let down, no dentists, no doctors, no housing. Right, but that's not immigrants or refugees' fault. That's the fault of this fucking government.
Despite this frontline tension, it appeared that the vast majority of counter-protesters weren't actually interested in having a direct confrontation with English nationalists, and instead had organized their own rally at nearby St. George's Hall in support of migrants and refugees.
Refugees are welcome here. Oh, someone's just got married. Oh. See, this is Liverpool, and the far right is trying to threaten that.
A quick explanation, what happened in Southport?
Obviously, I mean, there was a horrible attack in which 3 children lost their lives. What happened since then was a massive lie about the identity of that attacker, which was, led by the likes of Tommy Robinson.
After murdering and raping and pillaging 1,400 Jews, look how confident they've become across the entire West.
Of Lawrence Fox, of other far-right people online.
So an undocumented migrant decided to go into a Taylor Swift dance class today and stab 6 little girls.
Also the likes of Nigel Farage is complicit.
We will only stop this if we start deporting people that come illegally.
This led people in Southport, racists and far-right people to feel emboldened to come out on the street and to attack a mosque that had no connection to the identity of the attacker. I think it's also important to say that even if the attacker was a Muslim or a migrant or the things that they were lying about, it still does not license the far-right attacks on communities we've seen around Britain. So people around the country today are actually protesting. I think people here feel a part of something bigger. In Manchester, they got pushed back this morning. In Liverpool, we pushed them back outside the mosque last night. People who are here today are proud to stand in a multicultural Britain, and the far right's trying to threaten that.
I don't think there is anything special about what's happening in the UK. I think it's a reflection of what's happening internationally, in that you've got a crisis of capitalism, living standards for, in society going downhill, just a general crisis of the system. Far-right groups, obviously what they do is they latch on to the deep anger that exists. They build in the most impoverished areas of the country, and they basically try and divert that anger away from class struggle against the bosses and against, first the Tories and now Labour. And they rile a lot of very young people up, young men up with very toxic ideas, and they send them out to go and attack migrant communities, That's a real threat we have to take seriously. And if the left doesn't have a convincing alternative that's based around mass struggle, that's based around fighting back in that kind of way, the far right seeps in. You've seen it in France. I think the end game of these far right groups is obviously to just create a society where there's mass expulsions of migrant workers. I mean,
we need to tell those people the alternative march. We need to get truth through to them. And that's important. It's all right, Steve. We're suffering the rages of capitalism. We're suffering the rages of, if Tony Blair didn't go and cause a fucking war in Iraq, or at least support that fucking war, if we weren't selling bombs to everyone across the planet, those people wouldn't be being bombed out their homes and having their land just stolen from them because of oil, because of agriculture, because of water and everything else. They'd be happily sitting in their homes, most of them, and they wouldn't be running to anywhere they can possibly get to save their children being blown to fucking smithereens. That's why, and I don't get it why people don't get that. If you have a problem with immigration, I'd have respect for you if you went out on marches and told the government enough is fucking enough. No more bombing or creating wars in other places. And if we are this powerful, powerful country, and you are genuinely these powerful, powerful politicians, take on these other fuckers across the planet and negotiate with them and create peace. It's not going to be easy, but you can at least fucking try.
Really, to tackle all these problems, we need to transform society to a socialist one and create a society where wealth, all these.
We need to build a new party.
In the event of catastrophe. Well, not all teenagers, but mostly teenagers. In front of the mosque is where guest reporter Sanjay spoke to those youths at the beginning of the video. But there were also many other older community members who showed up to express support and solidarity.
We cannot translate racism in this country. We are totally against EDL in their principles, in their foundations. They don't want any Muslims to be in this country. This country needs us. There's no...
What these people do here, brother, the police...
Relax.
It makes me feel angry. I get frustrated, but because I am Muslim, I have to be calm about this. I have to be calm.
Allahu Akbar!
Takbir! Yeah, man, the soldiers, the lions of Allah are all out today.
Bring the EDL,
We've come to stand up against these EDL fascists that have come to our town and that are telling us that how their town's meant to be run when most of them are junkies, smackheads, crackheads, and they're not contributing to this community or this society. How are the government letting people like this come here and cause a disturbance? We've got to stand up to them. We've got to show them that we're not scared of them. We ain't backing down from no one.
It's fucking the low scum.
And then you've got officers like this here swearing at us, calling us fucking fannies and this and that, where he thinks he's bad with a bat in his hand. Put everything down, man to man. Arrest me after that, no problem.
Our minorities are looking after the country and this is how we get treated. We don't deserve to get treated like fucking shit. Yo, we're fucking equal to everyone over here.
Why do you think race matters to them?
I don't know. They've got nothing better to do. They've no logic.
They're brainwashed. That's what it is, they're brainwashed, they don't know what's going on. They've got one leader called Tommy Robinson that they all go off.
While all these idiots have been rioting, they don't know Tommy Robinson has fled the country. So you're all out for the cause here and the leader isn't even in the country. He can't live in his own country that he loves so much.
So is violence the answer?
Violence isn't the answer, love's the answer.
Violence is not the answer, but our religion tells us to stand up against kuffars that are not merciful, that are zalims, that are kuffars, and that's why we've come here together, to stand together.
There's people like Jews that stand with us, there's Christianities that stand with us, there's Hindus that stand with us. Pan the camera, you can see thousands of us are here. We are protecting the mosques that happen in Stoke, in Sunderland, in Liverpool, in many other towns. But we're standing as one because we want what's right. We want peace. We are fighting for what's right.
Stay united, come together, protect your mosque, protect your families. If they are coming down to hunt you, to kill you, to trouble you, please do a self-defense. Defend yourself and defend your ideology and restrict them in your cities, in your towns. If you don't do that one...
That's all right. It's okay, man. Uma das maiores questões que estão a serem perguntado no meu canal do TikTok é, Kassumuna, como é viver na Inglaterra? O que é que eu faço para chegar na Inglaterra? Irmãos e irmãs, Angola já não está em guerra. Então eu sei que muita gente quer vir aqui, mas a questão é como é que tu vais viver, como é que tu vais se acomodar nessa grande Britânia, tendo em conta que para estar aqui tens que estar bem documentado e coisas do gênero. E muita gente pensa que viver na Inglaterra é fácil. Viver na Inglaterra não é fácil, tens que estar documentado, mas uma das maiores vias de estar aqui para viver é visto de estudantes, visto de trabalho, ok? Ou reunião familiar, ou alguém que já está aqui te mandar uma carta de chamada e lá o pessoal em Angola tem que ter realmente um salário consideravelmente para que a pessoa que seja dado visto não fuja. Então é por ali. Mas a questão que os ingleses levantam aqui contra a imigração é a imigração ilegal. Nós gostaríamos de deixar aqui bem claro que é a imigração ilegal. E temos muitos, mas muitos imigrantes ilegais que quando chegam aqui não respeitam, de acordo com o Tommy Robinson, que é um dos ativistas mais famosos aqui no Reino Unido, que levantou esta fracção que as notícias chamam a extrema-direita. Essa extrema-direita está a ser olhada como racistas, mas isso é um debate mais aprofundado, porque realmente é o estabelecimento com as políticas externas inglesas, das guerras que estão a ser feitas e o custo de vida também. Aqui, a guerra na Ucrânia com a Rússia, as coisas ficaram muito caras, ok? Com o fluxo imigratório, está uma combinação completamente complicada de explicar realmente qual é o problema, mas a única coisa que eu falo é que a Inglaterra tem dois lados. Tem um lado que mais olha para as notícias e tem um lado que mais ouve as mídias sociais, as redes sociais. Esse lado das redes sociais dizem que estão a ser dito a verdade e aí não estão a seguir muito as mídias convencionais. É uma das razões pelas quais que levantou-se esses protestos em todo lado, E há muita gente realmente foi afetado por isso. Nos vídeos que nós vamos mostrar aqui, vocês conseguem ver como é que a Inglaterra estava. A questão é, será que nós vamos continuar assim com essa moção? Só Deus é que sabe. De acordo com o Elon Musk disse que a Inglaterra está a caminho de uma guerra civil. E os ingleses estão a dizer, só vão parar se nos ouvirem. E tivemos áreas que, por exemplo, falou-se que áreas que não permitiam nem pretos passarem com seus carros, era simplesmente brancos que eram permitidos a passarem, que isso é realmente um bocadinho complicado. Então, eu acho que nesse momento os angolanos que vivem cá deveriam preocupar-se nas áreas isoladas que eles estão a viver. Ok? Isso é Londres, e Londres é um local belo, como vocês conseguem ver aqui, é total multicultural. E nós estamos aqui na cidade chinesa, que é conhecida como Chinatown. Tivemos no East Ham, que é uma zona que é predominantemente muçulmana. E com certeza que diz aqui que é as áreas que não se pode ir. É a no-go zone. East Ham é considerada a área que ninguém pode ir lá ter. Ouvimos relatos dos polacos, ouvimos relatos também dos ingleses. Mas nós estivemos lá e fomos bem recebidos, pessoas a darem-nos big up, vocês conseguem ver nas câmaras. Então, eu acho que a Inglaterra, nesse momento, estamos numa fase de cura, de tentarmos curar esse sentimento que foi levantado, que deixou muitos inconfortáveis, principalmente os nativos daqui. Eu tive a visitar as minhas filhas em Bournemouth, em Poole, e realmente não conseguia olhar o sorriso dos nativos lá do Bournemouth, que como que quis dizer, tu és bem-vindo, ok? Existia aquele senso de culpabilidade, de como quem diz, epá, nós estamos a acompanhar tudo, eu sei que tu és preto, mas tu és aqui bem-vindo. E senti-me confortável lá com as minhas filhas. No entanto, família boa, nós vamos continuar a passear aqui em Londres, a filmar em áreas diferentes e diversas, só para vos acalmar que esse sentimento nesse momento está controlado e as leis também mudaram bastante. Sobre as leis, o novo primeiro-ministro Keir Starmer implementou leis radicais que agora estão a ser discutidas nos tribunais, no parlamento inglês. A polícia realmente está por cima da situação e podemos vos garantir, meus irmãos, que está tudo sob controle e que a Inglaterra é um país acolhedor e belo, desde que você seja um imigrante que contribua, que não tire só, e temos muitos imigrantes que também que só querem tirar, cometer crimes, coisas do gênero, e isso não é bem-vindo, ok? Pelo que eu estou a ouvir dos irmãos aqui ingleses, é que toda a imigração é bem-vinda desde que amontoamos algum valor na cultura e desde que não tentamos influenciar para diminuir a cultura deles, respeitar a cultura deles. E realmente é isso que realmente discute-se aqui no Reino Unido. Eu, Mano Kassumuna, estamos na Chinatown e nós vamos continuar a fazermos a nossa reportagem especial para vocês verem que o Reino Unido não está em guerra, que ninguém está a ser forçado a ficar dentro das suas casas. Muito obrigado. I'm so sorry about this time.
You can't whistle like that. This is to every single one of you in the crowd, which is usually where I am as well, but now I'm not, so I'm in a position to dedicate this to you. We are the crowd, we're coming out, got my flash on, it's true, got that picture of you, it's so magical, we be so fantastical. I'm not sure what it means, but we'll screw our eyes, sit down on the blind, ready for those flashing lights. Cause you know that baby I ain't biggest fan, I'll follow you till you let me two drops of blood and it's all have a price. Loving you is cherry pie. 'Cause you know that, baby, I'll be the spell, follow you till you let me. Paparazzi, there is no other superstar, you know. I'll be paparazzi, and I promise I'll be kind, but I won't stop until the best man. Baby, you'll be famous, chase you down to love me. Paparazzi, yeah. We could dance in the studio, stop to watch on the radio. Don't stop anymore. We're plastic clothes, still have fun. I'm your biggest fan, follow you till you love me. Paparazzi, baby, there's no other superstar, you know. I'll be paparazzi, I promise you don't stop until
Is there a tornado coming? It would be very such a shame if a tornado was to come right now. So let's all pray that it doesn't. Thank you so much for hanging around. Thank you.